Okay.
You're editing.
All right, aloha Tim, and aloha everyone who may watch this at a later time. Got a great response to my Aloha Mask tutorial, and gotten a great response to the painted rocks. So just trying to generate content that people enjoy, people can stay positive while we're going through this coronavirus pandemic. One of the happiest times in my life and my family's life was when we lived for Hawaii in 5 years. So I'm going to tell some of that story by going through my Aloha shirt collection. Give you a little bit of education on some of the histories of some of the shirt makers, and I'll probably sprinkle in some Hawaiian history and some Hawaiian language. For quarantine book recommendation, I can't recommend more James Michener's Hawaii, which is a historical fiction epic that starts from the geological time of Hawaii up to statehood. After the geological history, it gets a little difficult to plow through the part where it's a bunch of Tahitian names and it's hard to tell who's who, but I recommend just doing that, just plowing through it, not necessarily worrying about which name is which, and just get to the meat of the story. Hawaii's always fascinated me, both the Pacific voyaging, Polynesian voyaging tradition is amazingly interesting to me. I've always had an interest in celestial navigation, so I've just always been fascinated by the history of Hawaii. So I lived there, my family lived there for 5 years. I left a little bit early. The Hawaiian people, I'll give you a little story about that. So anyone born on Hawaii who is not white is called a local. If you're born on Hawaii and you are white, you're called a haole. I don't believe that's an offensive term. In fact, you see white people wearing t-shirts that just say haole on them. We probably achieved kama'aina status. It means we weren't born there, but we lived there for a long time. I was able to get a Hawaii state ID, which can get you discounts. They call them kama'aina discounts. And unfortunately, it expires in like 2 years. I guess a message of thanks to all my colleagues that I work with for their awesome work over the last several weeks. I know it's been unrelenting. Thank you for your service. Thank you to my friends, the support of my friends and family who I've reconnected with over the past few weeks. I think it's been great. And then finally, I'd like to give a shout out to a small business, a local small business. My friend Rhoda, who runs a upscale consignment shop in Crystal City. So you can find her at Shop Agents in Style, Agents in Style. I hope you get to see some of this, Rhoda, and I hope you're doing well. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to jump into my shirts. I'll start off with the one I'm wearing. This is a Tory Richard tailored fit, long sleeve, obviously, and it has a Japanese. The print is inspired by a Japanese design of waves. The memory of this takes me back to when I was on deployment in command of USS Key West, and my wife Beth was able to visit me in Sasebo. We bought a print on some kind of cloth, not linen, but something thinner than linen, with this same design, but it actually had boats on it. So when they put out this shirt, I kind of had to have it. A couple features of Tory Richards. I like their long sleeves. The tailored fit seems to fit me well. The sleeves are just a bit long. One of the features of them, if you could get a close look on this, is that they have these two-tone buttons, which I like. Just like a neat little look. And they have a kind of it's slim through here. The shoulder seam is a little bit higher, just makes it fit better. The collar also has a design in which it has 2 layers of fabric to give it better shape. We'll try to move up maybe a little bit faster from here on out.